Well, it's time now for our daily feature, Need to Know. It's your opportunity to ask any questions about money matters, and we'll get our team of experts to answer them for you. All you have to do is email us on moneyline@enca.com. Well, today marks the start of Global Entrepreneurship Week, and this evening's question comes from Ginilwe, a budding entrepreneur who wanted to know how incubators help entrepreneurs. ENCA resident economist Trudi Makhaya answered this question.
Incubators are essentially institutions or communities that are set up to nurture and support entrepreneurs. They're often founded by governments such as local governments or regional development agencies, but also for-profit institutions that seek to make money out of supporting entrepreneurs. Famous examples of startup incubators include Techstars in the US or Y Combinator, which have brought companies to the market such as Dropbox or Airbnb. In South Africa, we have institutions such as the Branson Center for Entrepreneurship or the Innovation Hub in Tshwane, and also blended value institutions such as Awetu that are both for-profit and non-profit that assist entrepreneurs in realizing their dreams. They also ensure that the failure rate of new businesses is much lower because they offer mentorship, financing, and other support mechanisms that ensure that at the very stages when a business is risky, there is support to help it through.
Now, as part of Global Entrepreneurship Week, our resident economist Trudi Makhaya will host a Google Hangout on Tuesday at midday on enca.com with McLean Sabanda, who is CEO of the Innovation Hub, and that's a science and technology business incubation hub at Park that is based in Tshwane. He will be joined by entrepreneurs who are part of the Maxim program as they reflect on the state of the high potential entrepreneurship in South Africa. Let's take a look now at what you can expect in terms of data this week. The Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee kicks off its three-day meeting where it looks at the state of the economy and decides on interest rates tomorrow. Also due for release tomorrow in the U.S. are PPI numbers, and they're expected to show a 0.1% monthly decline in October, the same as in September. On Wednesday, Statistics South Africa releases the October Consumer Price Index. You'll remember that in September, it came in at 5.9%, falling within the Reserve Bank's target range for the first time in 7 months. The U.S. Federal Reserve is going to release the minutes of their last meeting on Wednesday, and investors are going to be searching for clues in there about their thinking on the timing of an interest rate hike in the U.S. Then on Thursday, our Reserve Bank is going to end the MPC meeting. It's the final meeting for the year and make an announcement on interest rates. Analysts don't expect any change in the repo rate, which is currently at 5.75%. And that's your economic week ahead. Let's look at the indicators now, and we start in the U.S. Stock markets there had a choppy session. Investors weighing news that Japan is in recession, along with, of course, corporate deals taking place in the U.S. and data there showing that U.S. industrial production declined. In Europe, markets were also affected by the news out of Japan earlier in the session, but they did recover after ECB Chief Mario Draghi said that the central bank may buy government bonds. Here at home, the JSE closed lower in lackluster trade as sentiment was negatively affected by the news on Japan's economy. Gold and platinum miners, however, bucked the trend. Anglo Gold Ashanti, star performer today, up 7%. Harmony gained 5.6%, and Sibanye Gold was up 3.2%. Let's take a look at commodities. The gold price hit two-week highs today on short covering on the back of a weaker dollar. The news about Japan's economy also sent investors into the bullion market. Platinum more stable. Analysts were surprised that it's not tracking gold as closely as it usually does. The oil price continues to soften. On the currency market, the rand had a softer tone as well today against the dollar, but it held steadier against other major cross currencies. And that's it for today's edition of ENCA Moneyline. Remember, you can send us your comments or your questions via email on moneyline@enca.com. Tweet us using the handle @ENCA News, hashtagging ENCA Moneyline. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.